All right, that rolling whistle means Derby's about to happen. Let's make some noise. On the line for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare facing off against the captain for the Scallywags, Fahrenheit. Both jammers are off into these tripods, looking for some space to pick up that first lead jam of the game. And it goes to Frightmare from the Rolling Rebellion. Big hit at the top of the apex from Blockness Monster trying to slow down Fahrenheit, but she is hot on Frightmare's heels.
She's engaging the pack though. However, Frightmare with a back block call. We will have a power jam now for Conroe.
And with that big apex jump by Fahrenheit, putting 4 points on the board for Conroe. She's coming in looking for some more. That Dallas tripod trying to hold strong against that forceful jammer. Obliviate captain on captain action here. The offensive line from Conroe trying to make some space for their jammer. Roxy doing some work, knocking Fahrenheit out to the outside and again to the in.
Great job there by Roxy and everybody from the Dallas team for pretty much essentially trying to kill as much of that power jam as possible. Pack advantage right now for Dallas.
And it was absolutely successful as Frightmare is out and picking up her first 4 points of the game. This will be a 2-minute jam, so we have 40 more seconds of Derby. Blockless Monster trying to do some O there for Frightmare at the back of the pack, while Fahrenheit is still fighting their way through that formidable Dallas tripod.
Great walls there set up. Fahrenheit tries through the middle, but Dallas's tripod there to hold them back.
Fahrenheit trapped in between those blockers. Frightmare looking for some space, trying to pick up some more points, but facing off against all 4 of the Conroe contingent. As that jam comes to a close, we are going to see, waiting on that final point score there, 11 points for the Rolling Rebellion and 8 for Conroe.
Great opening jam. This next jam is going to be brought to us by Roller Revival. Roller Revival is a place to gear up with bold graphic tees, tanks, crop tops, scrimmage jerseys, hats, stickers, pins, and patches. Skater owned and operated, Roller Revival celebrates the grit, spirit, and athleticism of roller derby athletes.
On the line for Rolling Rebellion, we have Animal Style facing off against Pack Rat from Conroe. Both jammers fighting their way through the pack, but Pack Rat able to find some space on that inside line, picking up lead jammer. Just as the jammer for Rolling Rebellion was run back by Giraffe Attack.
Couple big shots there at the top of the pack, but meanwhile, on the inside,
Animal Style is out and on the move. A lot of yelling from the bench over there, trying to signal that Conroe jammer to call off the jam so they can preserve their points and hold Dallas to a 0-3 jam that game, bringing us to a tie game in the second jam. Facing off against, I believe that's Sholita. Yep, that is Sholita, but Obliviate is out and picks up lead for the Rolling Rebellion.
Both jammers trying 2 different lines on that opening start, just crisscross. But of course, Obliviate found it and very emphatically calling off the jam.
Let's see if they were able to pick up any points there. It looks like that's going to be a 0-0 jam, continuing the tied game streak.
Now, for everyone that's been following at home, this is the 3rd junior roller derby bout that we've had this weekend here at Clover Cup. So we want to thank all of our juniors and all of the families for coming in, listening, and watching online and coming here in person. We appreciate it. This is the future of roller derby, and it just can't be any more brighter.
We are out with Twinkle Toes using their namesake to get by on that outside line, picking up lead. However, Pack Rat is out fast behind them. Both jammers speeding it up, trying to get some points into that pack before the jam gets called. Twinkle Toes says, I'd rather have it be a tied. Oh no, Twinkle Toes was able to pick up 2 points there, breaking the tied game, making it 13-11, Rolling Rebellion.
Want to thank Polly Smith. Polly Smith is based in East Texas, specializing in 3D printing, roller skating accessories, and custom awards. The venture started organically as a fashion personalized gear for their own use and design awards for their team. Polly Smith, we thank you so much for being part of Clover Cup 2024, bringing us this jam.
On the line here for Rolling Rebellion, we have Trauma Queen facing off against the Conroe Captain Fahrenheit, who is out and picks up lead, while Trauma Queen is fighting at the back of the pack here, getting some offense from their Rolling Rebellion teammates. Just as Fahrenheit pops back into the pack, trying to get some points. Big hit there on Obliviate in the apex, picking up their 4 points as Trauma Queen comes around, trying to get some points, but Conroe calls it short, holding that to a 4-0 jam Conroe.
Looked like a low block call being called on Obliviate. So we'll start with a pack advantage right now for Conroe on this next jam.
On the line for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare facing off against Pack Rat for Conroe. Let's see if Pack Rat's able to make use of that pack advantage for Conroe here. Frightmare said, nope, not today. Quick tiptoes on that inside line. We're getting a little pile up here coming into the pivot line as Pack Rat looks for some space. And they are out, eligible to score, just as Frightmare hits the pack. A little bit of a cluster in this turn one. Frightmare out, calling, picking up all 4 of their points. But it does look like Obliviate is still trapped in the box, so we're gonna have another pack advantage for Conroe.
We got official timeout to go ahead and see what's going on here. So while we do that, we're going to take some time to...
it looks like it might be it's actually a team timeout for Conroe.
Oh, well, team time. I can't read.
It's
been a long weekend. I cannot read, and I don't have my glasses.
How many games did you play today?
Okay, to be fair, I was like DJ. No, I'm just joking. You played 2 games already. Got 1 more coming. Mm-hmm. Between the games, you decided, well, I'm just going to hop on the mic real quick.
Well, yeah, I want to call some junior roller derby. This is my favorite part of the weekend.
Exactly. How about we give some noise for Huck over here because, like, putting in work today, skating 3 games and announcing junior roller derby. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Can we have one more? Can we have one more game? I want to play 4.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right, that whistle means Derby is coming. On the line for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Blockness Monster. This is their first jam this game, facing off against Fahrenheit from Conroe. These are 2 very physical, powerful jammers. This is going to be a fun one. And they're off Fahrenheit attacking that tripod, looking for some space there. Blockness out first, picking up lead, and putting on the speed to come around and get some points for his team, but Fahrenheit is not far behind. And Blockness Monster goes through, picks up all 4 and calls it. Keeping that a 4-0 jam for Rolling Rebellion, bringing our score to 21-15 Rolling Rebellion.
So something our producer Muffin told me going into that jam, we've already had 5 lead changes just here in the first half of this. This is incredible. So
this is a very well-matched game. 5 lead changes in 7 jams is absolutely insane. On the line for Rolling Rebellion, we have Animal Style facing off against Pack Rat again. And Animal Style used some quick toast-up work on the line, takes out first, picks up lead, while Pack Rat is still looking for some space. Still trapped there and on their initial, just as Animal Style comes back. Pack Rat being run back by Blockness Monster, just as Animal Style picks up 4 points. Looks like Dallas is going to lose a blocker to the box here. Didn't quite see the call. Animal deciding to call it off. Making a 6-0 jam, Rolling Rebellion.
Just a couple of things coming up. We want to talk about March 28th, Dallas Derby Devils new skater and official orientation at 7 p.m. Forum Roller World. Session starts April 11th. Visit www.derbydevils.com for more information ongoing. So if you want to be a skater or official or, we need volunteers too. So go to the website, check it out, come be a part of roller derby.
We have Twinkle Toes from the Rolling Rebellion facing off against Fahrenheit, who picks up lead very quickly. Twinkle Toes still trapped in the pack here as Fahrenheit comes around to pick up some points. Big hit into the Dallas tripod. One to beat at the top, and they're able to grab it, picking up their 4 point. Dallas still working on getting out on their initial.
It's a great job at the back by Pipes doing that to slow that Dallas jammer up, just enough for Conroe to start making grip. But what a great apex jump there from Fahrenheit.
That's their second of the game. Maybe their third? Definitely their second, though. That's going to be an 8-0 jam for Conroe.
Wearing the star for Conroe is Windrunner, the first jam on the game, and against Trauma Queen for Dallas in black.
Very quick toe stop work there from Trauma Queen as they pick up lead jammer just as Roxy runs back Windrunner. Not quite sure who was fast as the wind there. Trauma Queen working back and forth in that Conroe tripod, trying to get their hips in front of these blockers to make sure they get their points. As Windrunner is still pushing that Dallas tripod out in the apex as they are able to get out. Oh no. Okay, there was a little bit of a confusion there between the jam ref and the jammer. Ref trying to signal that you are not lead, but you didn't do anything wrong, so please stay on the track.
Yeah, stay on. You're good. You're good. Just keep skating. You're good. Just keep skating.
Just keep skating. Just keep skating. Great, now I got to watch that movie
I'm sorry,
later.
I did it. I knew I did it. Yeah.
That's a 4-0 jam for the Rolling Rebellion. On this next line for Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare facing off against the captain for Conroe, Fahrenheit. Strong blocking contingent from both teams here. Trying to put the brakes on Fahrenheit, but there's just no stopping them as they come around and pick up lead. A little bit of a pile up there coming into turn one. Little hop there from Fahrenheit, but takes a bit of a bump from Blockness Monster, but it only slows him down for a second. A little bit of offense from the Rolling Rebellion team as they're waiting. Looks like they took just a little bit too long since Fahrenheit's able to pick up 4 more points. However, Frightmare is out on their scoring pass. Huge hit from Fahrenheit into the seam of that Dallas tripod. It looks like they were able to pick up 2 points with that. That's going to be a 10-0 jam. And
a lead change. That was like just all skill and talent right there. We didn't practice. Oh, I mean the skaters too. But I mean we got that on, synced up together pretty good. Anyway.
All right, I see an official review being called here by Dallas. We will shortly relay what that call is for and the outcome. But while we're waiting, can you still buy raffle tickets?
Depends on if I have my name in the box or not. If I have my name in the box, then it's sold out. But if not, yes, you can still buy raffle tickets.
So the window on those raffle tickets is getting really small.
Or are they done?
Go at the last.
The box. I was about to do that.
You're good. Make sure you pick up your raffle tickets. Limited time left. Get the goodies.
Go check out Vendor Village. Everybody is, this is obviously your last chance to do so, but go over there, check out Vendor Village. Go see all of our amazing vendors and thank them for being part of Clover Cup 2024. Want to give a big shout out, of course, to Free Play, who brought actual video games. They brought Killer Queen over there, and if you haven't had a chance to go play Killer Queen, go do so. It's a great team playing a video game. You know, for at Free Play, if you've never been to Free Play, now I know Huck and I have been to Free Play, but if you love like pinball, classic arcade games, that's exactly where it's at. It's a great place to hang out. But on March 29th, Dallas Derby Devils takes over the Killer Queen at Free Play Arlington. So if you want to head over there, check what it's all about, sign up, play some Killer Queen, and we'll see what Muffin has to say about the timeout.
Okay, so Dallas is requesting a back block be called on the jammer from the previous jam, which is Fahrenheit. So they are discussing.
Look.
As we see both jammers on the track, that means the no call will stand and Dallas will lose their official review for this half. On the track for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Animal Style facing off against Pack Rat. I like that these two keep going against each other. I just keep waiting to make the perfect animal-themed pun. I just really want to say it's a zoo out there. Actually, this might be the zoo.
This is the zoo. You're right. This is I would say that's a great analogy of what's happening right now.
And Pack Rat is out picking up lead. However, Animal Style is hot on their heels.
Foot race back to the pack. On the inside is Animal Style picking up 4 points for Dallas.
Let's see if they were able to pick up any points that round. It looks like 3. So it'll be a 1 point in favor for Rolling Rebellion. This is a 1 point game. 35-36 Conroe. On the line, we see those two powerful jammers again. We have Blockness Monster for the Rolling Rebellion and the captain for Conroe, Fahrenheit. Oh, there were a lot of whistles.
And not sure what we got.
It looks like a team timeout, potentially?
Time.
It is. It looks like it's a timeout for Rolling Rebellion.
Well, we will take this time out to talk about our announcer booth sponsor, DeBella DeBall Designs. So, if you're ready to elevate your business, look no further than DeBella DeBall Designs. We personalize marketing strategies and expert coaching. They're here to help you succeed. So check them out. www.debelladesigns.com/Clover24. Thank you, DeBella.
Make sure you head over to Vendor Village and check out Cube Cat. Retro video games are your thing. Go check out the merch they have over at that booth. All right, as we start off here in Jam 13, Blockness Monster and Fahrenheit fighting through these powerful walls. But Blockness taking a hit to the outside, and Fahrenheit picking up lead. Looks like we are going to see a high block assessed to Blockness Monster, making this be a power start for Conroe as they chose to call off the jam there. Conroe will also have pack advantage as we have a blocker in the box for Rolling Rebellion. Didn't quite see the call on that one. On the line here, we have Cholita for Conroe for this power jam. One to beat in the top of the Apex. Obliviate going chest to chest, trying to slow them down and kill this power jam. But Cholita says, no, I will take that lead jammer. Thank you very much.
This is the 4th lead jams in a row for Conroe.
Sounds like we got a little bit of a hot streak here. Cholita calling off that jam after getting her points, making that a 4-0 jam for Conroe, slowly spreading out that point spread between these two very well-matched teams. I guess Fahrenheit ate their Wheaties this morning because we have seen them behind that line quite a bit.
Yes, quite a bit.
And they're going to be facing off Twinkle Toes here for Rolling Rebellion. Little quick jammer on jammer action as Fahrenheit goes out and picks up lead jammer. Twinkle Toes not far behind though. Both walls getting ready for this. Fahrenheit deciding to call it off rather than risk Dallas picking up any more points to maintain that spread. So that's going to be a 0-0 jam. We have Obliviate on the line for the Rolling Rebellion and Radioactive for Conroe, starting for the first time behind the line. Both jammers absorbed in their respective opposite tripods here. Radioactive out with lead as Obliviate is looking for some offense to follow right behind on their heels.
Radioactive slicing right through there.
Medics, please. Medics to the track. Coming up in the Dallas area, if you're around on April 2nd, come hang out with us at Craft and Growler in East Dallas for a Dallas Derby Devils alumni happy hour from 6 to 8 p.m. It's over by Fair Park? Fair Park? State Park? It's on the east side of town. Yeah, Fair Park. Come hang out with us, have a beer, have a burger, have a soda, whatever floats your boat. We'll see you on April 2nd, 6 to 8.
April 13th, Dallas Derby Devils home season opener. The Game 1, Death Row Rumblers versus the High Seas Hotties. Game 2, a Yahala exhibition game. So Yahala, it's the men's roller derby expiring MRDA team officially joining the Dallas Derby Devils family. So this is very exciting.
And we are so happy to have them.
So you want more information about upcoming Dallas Derby Devil events, go to www.derbydevils.com.
On the line here, we have Roxy for the Rolling Rebellion up against Fahrenheit again. Oh, we're waiting for that jam.
Roxy's first jam, too.
It is Roxy's first jam behind the line, and she said, let me make it a good one. Picks up lead, and I believe it's the first lead for Dallas in about six jams. Little 1 foot work there coming into the apex, bounces right off number 7 pipes as Fahrenheit blasts into that pack, looking for some space. We are going to lose a Dallas blocker to the box here for a forearm call. However, we also are losing the jammer from, oh no, we're not.
Is it Conroe blocker?
Conroe blocker. Roxy finding some quick space there on the outside. And now we have a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion. Roxy said, I don't need your offense, thank you, just hold the line for me. Picking up 4 more points. I believe this is the highest scoring jam of the game so far. And the 7th lead change. That's going to be a 16-4 jam in favor of Dallas. And like we said, that's a lead change for Dallas, coming in at 51 points to Conroe's 47. And we will have a power start here for Dallas. It looks like we have Frightmare on the line for the Rolling Rebellion. I hear a call from the bench saying, get away from them. I'm assuming they're talking about Block Ness Monster, because I'd get away from them, too.
I would, too. I would, too.
Frightmare out with lead within just a mere moments here for the Rolling Rebellion. Looking to see if they can score any points here before Fahrenheit is able to get to the pack. As that power jam comes to a close.
Fahrenheit being so effective all day long of finding that little bit of a line outside or even sometimes inside, but finding that line and being able to stick to it to get through. Great job of coming back through from Fahrenheit for forcing Dallas to shut off the jam.
Absolutely, and they are bouncing off those hits like it is not like they're made of rubber. On the line here, we have Twinkle Toes for the Rolling Rebellion up against Pack Rat for Conroe. Full contingent of blockers for both teams here. This is going to be a scrum. Some nice 2-2 work here going on with the Rolling Rebellion as Twinkle Toes is able to get out and get lead.
This is the third lead jammer in a row for Dallas.
That was some incredible blocker work there by those two blockers in the back of the pack for the Rolling Rebellion. Being able to hold the jammer with just two blockers is no joke. That's going to be a 4-0 jam in favor of the Rolling Rebellion with 10 minutes left in this first half.
This next jam being brought to you by Iggy Perillo, leadership coach, trainer, consultant. If you're for a free 30-minute consultation, anyone and everyone, including fans and attendees beyond the world of roller derby, go to wslleadership.com/contact.
All right, our jammers are off. We have Animal Style for the Rolling Rebellion up against the captain for Conroe, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit making quick work of those blockers at that top of the pack and picking up lead. Animal Style out of the pack as well. Now eligible to score points.
Wasn't Fahrenheit just out there?
I don't think Fahrenheit leaves the track, honestly.
Yeah, just so quickly back on the track, and you can't tell.
Looks like Dallas was able to pick up 4 points here as Fahrenheit takes a quick bump out on the line from Roxy. Trying to lead them back in here to that Dallas tripod as Animal Style is able to pick up 4 more. Fahrenheit proving as formidable as they have shown themselves to be, just bouncing off one blocker after the other.
Great offensive block there by Bug right here in front of us for Dallas. That was really a great move, allowing that seam to open up there for Animal Style.
First time behind the jammer line for Conroe, we see Pipes facing off against, I believe that's Princess Slaya. Yeah, I believe it's that first time with the star today too. Big hit there from the Conroe pivot on Slaya as Pipes is out with lead jammer. Couple whistles blowing here. Looks like we're going to lose some folks to the box. I see a blocker from the Rolling Rebellion heading to the box there for a direction. And we will also lose the pivot for the Rolling Rebellion. Obliviate to the box there for an out-of-play block. Both jammers are out now scoring points.
Big pack advantage there for Conroe, though, going in that.
Yeah, Pipes able to pick up their 4 points to Dallas's 2, making that an 8-2 jam in favor of Conroe, who's slowly closing that gap here. We might see another lead change.
Oh, gosh.
On the line for Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare facing off against Cholita. Looks like a little jammer on jammer action there as Frightmare attempted to lead Cholita into the wall. And it will be a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion as Frightmare picks up lead.
There's a track cut there.
Yes.
Right off the initial start.
All right, we see the Rolling Rebellion trying to work some offense there. And Frightmare just bouncing off the hips of, I believe that's Fahrenheit. And picking up their first 4 points of the game. Or JM, rather, excuse me. Big hit at the top of the apex. Frightmare looking for some space, trying to push those blockers along. And she's out as the Power Jam comes to a close. Cholita coming around on her initial pass. Straight into that Rolling Rebellion blocker, Malice in Chains.
Frightmare, though, on toe stops right there at the apex, getting through on that inside line, squeaking through, getting 4 more points for Dallas.
Looks like we're going to lose a Dallas blocker to the box as well. So it's going to be an even pack, but 3 for each pack here. Coming into the last minute of this jam. Frightmare picking up 4 more points. Cholita working hard against these formidable Rolling Rebellion blockers. Trying to find some space here. Another big hit into Malice in Chains, but it doesn't quite pay off as they go down as well.
Have an official timeout, or official review, sorry.
Looks like we have an official review called by Conroe here.
I'm getting old. This sorry.
All right, if you are here for the Conroe Scallywags, make some noise. That was definitely some noise. I heard it back there.
I heard somebody.
I heard like one person, but I heard the rest of you kind of
heard
clapping.
it.
All right, if you are here for the Rolling Rebellion, make some noise. It's okay. I didn't need the hearing in that ear.
Yeah.
All right, this timeout is brought to you by Cranked at Designs. I don't know if you noticed yesterday, all the Dallas All-Stars running around in some really cool tie-dye green shirts that said, "You've yeed your last haw." Those were made to you by Cranked At. Cranked At makes armbands, shirts, and more. Be sure to check out Cranked At Designs over in Vendor Village today.
White team is looking to reverse a penalty on failure to reform at the front of the pack in the last jam.
Sorry, y'all. Hat-Trick Harry here is holding on to all the reads and not letting me tell you guys any fun things about our sponsor list, so I guess we'll let him do it.
I guess. I mean, we were kind of letting it breathe a little bit, but we want to give a big shout out to Goodfoot Skates over there at the Vendor Village area. Of course, one of our sponsors this year. And also want to thank the Radiant IV and Health over there. So I went over and got a B12 shot, and I still feel good. This was 2 days ago.
Apparently, you're an award-winning artist. Did you know that?
I'd like to know where they're mailed those awards to, because they have not come to my house yet.
Was the award just like a gold star? Or...
I don't know. Usually it's a pat on the back and then a bill. That's usually is what it is.
To wave to it.
You owe that. Okay, hi. Yes.
In case you missed our introductions earlier, I am joined today by Hat-Trick Harry, and I'm Huckleberry Jen, and our wonderful producer, Muffin Gumbel, over there. But of course, the true love of all of the announcers' hearts, and I'm sure the fans as well, is our head announcer this weekend, Johnny Pepper. All right, that rolling whistle means we are returning to Derby. Judging by the full contingent of blockers here, the no call will stand for Conroe, and they will lose their official review for this half. On the line, we have Pipes for Conroe facing off against Bug for the first time wearing the star for the Rolling Rebellion today. Pipes with one to beat at the top. Oh, but a nice hit out there by Animal Style. And Bug is able to pick up lead jammer. Pipe still working against that formidable Dallas blocker contingent. Looking for some space at the top of the apex with one to beat. However, I do believe, yes, they are going to pick up a directional block, and it's going to be a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion. Bug looking for some space, getting some quick help from their pivot. Animal Style making it look easy, picking up 4 points. Coming for their pass here. This is the second power jam in a row for the Rolling Rebellion. Bug using some quick jukes there. Get by that pivot at the top of the pack. Calling it off to give the Rolling Rebellion a power start going into this next jam. You know, we've seen a lot of Derby this weekend, but I think these are the games I have been most excited for. There is so much talent out on the track in every single one of these junior games.
And they go and they play, they hit, they hurry to the bench, they get right back, and we've already seen it. How many times have you seen the same players out over and over and over, and they just, same energy.
Every time.
To be young, it's like amazing.
I know, I want their joints. And as that power jam comes to a close, Twinkle Toes picks up lead just as Pipes joins the pack and is looking for some space to be able to get out and score some points of their own. Twinkle Toes trying to get a little apex jump there, but being shut down by that Conroe blocker on the inside. I'm so sorry. I'd love to give credit to you, but I can't see your number. We did just lose the Rolling Rebellion pivot to the box here, making a pack advantage. We have 2 Rolling Rebellion blockers in the box as Twinkle Toes is trying to get some points. Whistle's going. We are going to lose a 3rd Rolling Rebellion blocker to the box. And a call off there. So even though we saw that 3rd penalty go out, if you look over at the box, you'll notice there's already 2 blockers there. So our blocker can't sit yet. Oh, we're gonna have a timeout for the Rolling Rebellion, and we'll finish explaining how this works here. So when the box is full, the NSOs will give a little wave to the skater that's coming in, and they'll tell you, you can return to the track, but you have to come back. So you gotta remember to go back, which is always not fun.
So they refs, just because it's full, they don't stop calling penalties?
Correct. You can
Okay.
still get as many
Okay.
penalties as you want, and we'll just turn this, hopefully not turn the box into a carousel. But what we'll see here is when one of the Rolling Rebellion blockers stands up or returns to the track, then the blocker who received a penalty at the end of that last jam will be told to report to the box, where they will serve their penalty. That way, we always have 1, blockers on the track, and 2, seats in the box.
Ah, okay. Either way, though, it's a position you really don't want to be in.
Oh, absolutely not. It's the worst position to be in. And I am so sorry. We apparently missed it in that last jam, but the Rolling Rebellion crossed the century mark. On the line here for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare facing off against Rutrow.
Ruh-roh.
Big hit out there by Roxy, running Rutrow back to the pack. A little bit of a ghost blocker situation there, unfortunately, for Rutrow, as they are still looking to get out, and they do, picking up lead jammer for Conroe. See a little bit of a scramble here as blockers are trying to both play offense and defense simultaneously. Rutrow taking another hit there from Roxy, being run back to the pack as Conroe calls that jam, making it a 0-0 jam. Oh, excuse me. Conroe was able to pick up 2 points in that last jam.
Thank you so much. For a couple more of our sponsors, let's talk about Rocktopus. Of course, thank you very much for being part of Clover Cup 2024, bringing us this next jam.
And on the line for Rolling Rebellion, we see the captain Obliviate. This is a captain-on-captain jam as Fahrenheit picks up lead for Conroe. Big slide in there. I heard a whistle, but I don't see what occurred. And we will be losing Fahrenheit to the box, making this a power jam for Obliviate and the Rolling Rebellion. Rolling Rebellion blockers here trying to play some offense for their captain. And they clear the outside, picking up 4 more points for Obliviate. Dallas looking to make some space here as Obliviate comes into the pack, taking a big hit there from the Conroe blockers. Just as Fahrenheit returns to the track, trying to complete their initial pass. A whistle does blow, and it looks like we are losing a Rolling Rebellion blocker and a Conroe blocker to the box. Another apex jump from Fahrenheit, picking up 4 points, making it 8 total for Conroe, almost matching Dallas's 12.
We are on the jam clock for this first half. Another.
Fahrenheit said, look, it was so nice, I'm going to do it twice.
We're going to have to start tracking how many apex jumps Fahrenheit.
I think we're at 6.
At least.
At least 6 successful. I think there was one other attempted. Oh, and they are out on the outside there, picking up another 4 points. Obliviate with 2, now 3 to beat from Conroe, trying to pick up some points, and they are successful. Big hit there, and a little bit of a skater sacrifice from Fahrenheit, trying to use their pivot as offense. That was the highest scoring jam.
A 20-point jam and a 19-point jam. That's crazy.
A little bit of confusion here as we come in to what would have been the half. It looks like we're seeing an OR. And they will do that official review during the halftime since the period clock had already expired. So now is a perfect time to go get a snack and go check out Vendor Village. If somebody sees Wombo Combo, send him to the announcer stand.
And so when you came in, the mood was very mellow. The music was very mellow and chill. If you remember when you came in, and as the person who's kind of been doing the music this weekend, I set the mood as real chill when I went and got my massage. So that's why the rock and roll stuff didn't happen until afterwards.
It's really good to know that your chill music is Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls.
Hey, I can tune it out and sing it to it in my head, and I love it.
Oh, but you could just sing for all of us. Some quick stats real quick before this jam starts off. We have a 13-13 lead jam spread. So both teams have had 13 lead jams in that last, in that last half. Looking at some of the point spread overall, the jammers for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Fright as being the highest scoring jammer in the first half, Frightmare, with 37 points. But the second highest scoring jammer was Obliviate with 20 points in one jam.
Wow. You know, and also looking at penalties, nobody's really in horrible shape. I mean, you have Swift right now with 4. but going into the second half, I mean, that's still not bad.
No, that's
penalties, fairly
very,
clean
very
game.
clean game. And I do want to make a special note of the captain, Fahrenheit, who's actually on the jam line right now, is the highest scoring jammer in the game so far, earning a total of 61 points for their team. And they're going out almost every other. Okay, so on the line here, we have the captain for Conroe, Fahrenheit, facing off against Frightmare for the Rolling Rebellion. Both jammers looking for some space here, both coming out at the top of the pack. We will lose a Rolling Rebellion and a Conroe skater to the box here as Frightmare is still looking for some space to get out as they are, just as Fahrenheit picks up 4 points. Both jammers coming around, eligible to score even more for Conroe, and the first points of the jam for Dallas.
Oh, big spill right there in turn 2. Fahrenheit tried to the inside.
Huge hit from Roxy. And that will be a 7-4 jam in favor of Conroe. So coming into the second half, we have a point spread of 131 for Dallas and 95 for Conroe. This is still an extremely close game. And as we have seen, these are very well-matched teams. So I wouldn't count anyone in or out yet.
No, this is, I mean, as we've already just discussed about some of the jams, 20 points, I mean, that's to anybody. So this could happen. But what we see now is we have Bug going back out for Dallas up against Packrat. Packrat grabbing lead jammer real quickly.
Bug looking for some offensive help here, but getting bumped out by the pivot for Conroe, which is Giraffe Attack. Giraffe Attack's been really good about holding down that line and kind of as that last line of defense, bumping the jammer out and able to recycle them. Looking for some offense here. However, we do see Blockness Monster going to the box with a direction of gameplay as Packrat is able to get out and pick up 4 points for their team. Couple more whistles blow. We'll see what's going on here. It looks like we are going to lose the pivot for Conroe to the box. So we have both pivots in the box right now. Bug out on her initial.
Are we saying Power Jam?
Oh, that is Power Jam, Rolling Rebellion.
The track cut, so Bug is out. He picks up 4 points for the Rolling Rebellion.
Looks like we are going to lose a Rolling Rebellion blocker to the box here for a back block call. Just as the pivot for Rolling Rebellion comes back on the track, signaling to his jammer, hey, I got a space for you. Come here. Let me make your job easier, please. Bug able to pick up 8 points so far in this game as Conroe brings this power jam to a close. The Dallas tripod trying to keep Packrat in place.
Conroe's 4-wall up there holding Bug in place, trying to find a little bit of an opening to squeeze through, but Conroe doing a great job of recycling and preventing that.
We have all, well, I spoke too soon. It looks like we will lose a Rolling Rebellion blocker to the box for a cut. When they came back on the track, they kind of cut in front of their whole pack, and you can't do that, unfortunately.
Wish you could.
So that's going to be an 11-7 jam in favor of Dallas. However, Conroe did just cross the century mark. See, we have an official timeout called here.
That's penalty number 6 for Swift going in. So as soon as we were talking about earlier with not really any penalty trouble, here we are with 2 penalties in it, and now we looking at that's 6 right now.
I'll still say overall, though, this is a very low penalty game. I think the next most we have is a blocker with 4, but it's really only two folks right now that are approaching penalty. Well, we have one probably in penalty trouble, and then one approaching penalty trouble.
Just creeping up on it.
Hopefully this timeout gives both teams a chance to kind of refocus, reset. We'll have some clean jams.
Looks like we've got everything cleared out from what the issues were from our head officials.
All right, on the line here, we see Roxy for the Rolling Rebellion facing off against Fahrenheit. Both jammers sunk into those tripods, looking for some space. Bit of a tumble here, but Fahrenheit is up quick as a flash, but not quite quick enough as Roxy picks up lead, though Fahrenheit is right on her heels.
They both took the same line, getting onto the outside there right at turn 1. It seemed to help out big. Roxy coming in hot.
Trying to pick up some points there as she's calling it off. Looking to see, oh, it's going to be a 0-0 jam, though.
0-0 jam.
Looks like we are going to have Giraffe Attack on the line for Conroe. This is their first time this game donning the star. We've seen him in a pivot stripe a couple times, but this is their first time starting behind the line up against Blockness Monster for the Rolling Rebellion.
Seems to be very effective, though, on the outside line.
Found some space and took advantage of it. Blockness trying to eat up that track space to force that call off and keep that a 0-0 jam and maintain that point spread. And that 0-0 jam will be our 5th scoreless jam in a row as we see a timeout for the Rolling Rebellion. And Harry, who's this timeout brought to us by?
Well, so I would like to say that this timeout here is brought to us by tacos. No, it's just joking. Hey, everybody, if you're still in the house, you can go over to the DDD or Dallas Derby Devils merch booth. Get you some Clover Cup 24 merchandise. Of course, they've got it over there, and we can go check out any of the other merch tables set up by any of the visiting teams if they do have some set up. Of course, we want to thank all of our vendors over there in Vendor Village. And everybody online, thank you so much also for Death Hound Sports Network for doing all of our streaming and filming this weekend. We do appreciate it. Everything has been great. Of course, they brought to us the famous shoe cam, and everybody loved the shoe cam. I didn't bring any special shoes for anything, but, you know.
I mean, we're just out here giving out, well, never mind, I won't say that on the mic.
I think
I was not a fan of the shoe cam.
You weren't?
No.
What?
I don't need to see your grippers. All right, and we're off here. We have Frightmare facing off against a Giraffe Attack. Both jammers recycled to the back here. Both pretty well absorbed in those tripods. We are seeing some slow derby. Frightmare gaining a little momentum as they cross the pivot line, trying to bridge out that pack, but getting knocked to the inside. One to beat, and Frightmare is out with lead jammer. We do see Giraffe Attack picking up a penalty, making this a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion.
Forearm was the call.
Good job, Blackness!
Nice little offensive move here by the Rolling Rebellion, trying to contain these blockers so that Frightmare is able to get through and pick up their point.
That breaks the scoreless jam streak that we had going there. Frightmare picking up those crucial points there for Dallas, extending out that lead with just under 25 minutes left of the game.
Fahrenheit doing some major work for their team here, bumping Frightmare out and running them back for what seems like the longest yard.
that was way back there.
Big hit there from Conroe blocker Slay as he was able to run that jammer back. With that jam will come to a close, being a 6-0 jam in favor of the Rolling Rebellion. Again, breaking that scoreless jam streak that we've seen since the start of the half.
So coming up, we've got another game right after this, which is, it's not that big of a game, I guess, is it?
It looks like we're going to have, I'm going to talk over you for just 1 second here. We're going to have an official review called by the Rolling Rebellion here, as our producer runs out to see what kind of details we can get, and we will come back to you with that shortly.
So while they're checking on that, though, we have our next bout coming up, which is going to be championship bout. So
The championship bout.
Yes.
And who's playing in that again?
Rockin' City Roller Derby versus Dallas Derby Devils Army of Darkness. So it's going to be a rematch from yesterday, which was a very, very physical game. And, you know, it was a great bout. So I'm curious to see what happens today.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday's was only a 3-point game, and it came down to the very last jam.
Dallas already played once today against Charlotte, going out and eliminating them from the bracket, but it was still a great bout this morning, and we'll say what happens now as Muffin gets ready to tell us all about the...
What if, all right, greatest hits, hear me out. What if we all just take a nap on the track instead? And then whoever sleeps the longest wins.
Yeah.
Okay, this official review. Black is looking for a back block penalty on 4-5-1 at turn number 1 from the previous jam.
All right, so we'll see. It was over on the opposite angle from us, so we'll have to see what the officials saw for the back block call and see if that stands.
Our skaters here from Conroe helping out that NSO on the track, holding up that O high in the sky, giving them a little support. I'm sure their arms are burning. All right, so if you are local to Dallas, we expect to see you here on April 13th for the Dallas Derby Devils home season opener, where last year's champions, the Death Row Rumblers, will face off against the High Seas Hotties in Game 1. Game 2 is a special event game against the Yalhalla men's roller derby team, an aspiring MRDA team that has officially joined the Dallas Derby Devils family. For tickets and more information, head over to derbydevils.com.
Rematch of Pack Rat in white versus Animal Style in black. Looks like the official review was decided that they did not see the call, or there was no call to be seen, so therefore we're back to almost full strength.
And that also means that the Rolling Rebellion will lose their official review for this half. We do have 2 blockers in the box here for Rolling Rebellion as Pack Rat picks up lead. Animal Style not far behind, though, out on their scoring pass. Huge block there from Joy Rida from the Rolling Rebellion, slowing down the momentum from Pack Rat into turn 2.
It was a great save.
That was a perfect save because that line was clear. They were going to be gone. They are out, however, picking up their 4 points as Animal Style is also looking for their points and a little bit way out of the pack. But they decided, you know what, Twinkle Toes, it's your turn. So we're going to see a star pass to Twinkle Toes as the Rolling Rebellion gets ready for Pack Rat to re-enter the pack. Pack Rat still looking for some space here against those Rolling Rebellion blockers just as Twinkle Toes enters the pack and starts looking for some points. We see no pack calls going around, which means there will be some whistles here at the end of the jam as Pack Rat calls it to a close. We will be losing a Rolling Rebellion blocker to the box due to that no pack situation. So for the audience, when you see those refs in the middle and you see their hands go straight up in the air, that means there's a no pack and you can't touch anybody until the pack is reformed. And that applies to everybody across the board. And it's everyone's job to reform that pack. On the line here, we have Frightmare for the Rolling Rebellion up against Fahrenheit, who is out, and your lead jammer.
Both of these jammers have been very effective for their teams today. This doesn't surprise me, though. Fahrenheit jumping out on that outside line very quickly, picking up those points. Ducks through on that turn to pick up 4 more points for Conroe.
Again, ricocheting off of those blocks from the Rebellion blockers. She's coming back in, decides to call it off as she picks up all 4 of her points, making that a 8-0 jam in favor of Conroe.
This next jam is being brought to us by Crank Dat Designs. If you're needing shirts or any kind of Swag Made, Go It Up Crank Dat Designs, bring us this next jam.
On the line here for Rolling Rebellion, we have Roxy facing off against Ruh-Roh. Roxy out with lead with some quick toe work on the outside line. Rolling Rebellion trying to recycle around Ruh-Roh. Trying to keep them in the pack as Roxy picks up 4 points. However, Ruh-Roh is out and eligible to score points coming around. Both walls getting set to give the best defense and offense for their jammers that they can here. As Roxy calls off that jam, it looks like it's going to be an 8-2 jam in favor of the Rolling Rebellion. That brings us to 159-120, Rolling Rebellion.
19 minutes, 45 seconds left of this contest. You know, we had 3 junior roller derby teams playing here this weekend at Clover Cup 24, and we'll have award ceremonies immediately following the championship game. So this is battling for second place right here.
Yes, it is. And right off the line, we see a jammer on jammer action between Fahrenheit and Blockness Monster. Fahrenheit out with lead, but Blockness Monster eating up the track behind her, trying to end this jam as quickly as possible or pick up points of his own. I was really hoping we were going to see that 7th apex jump.
I know it. There's still time, though. There's still time.
All right, Fahrenheit, we need 10 from you. You need 3 more.
3 more apex jumps in 19 minutes.
Got plenty of time. Here we are with a 0-0 jam in that last round, so our score stays stable at 159 Dallas, 120 Rolling Rebellion. However, we are seeing a team timeout called by the Rolling Rebellion. Or an official timeout, maybe? Some sort of timeout is occurring at this point. The clock didn't stop, but if you were looking for where to find the photos from this weekend, be sure to check out our photographers. We have Quentin Campbell, Owen Fisher, Nolan Weber, Michelle Hale, Robert Bird, Daniel Moore, Jennifer Weber, Miranda Howard, Robert Gutierrez. We got Lloyd from Hit Squad, Mike Amos, Andrew Gamba, and Zach Beasley. On the line here for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Bug up against Pack Rat. I'm just waiting to be able to make another zoo comment. Out with lead is Bug for the Rolling Rebellion.
Pack Rat trying to get through up at the turn 1. Walls recycling back. Meanwhile, trying to the inside. Bug taking a
Huge hit
big
there.
shot.
However, it was just a little too low from that blocker, meaning that Bug unfortunately took a little knock to the face there. So the pivot for Conroe is going to go sit in the box.
Got
Huge
right
hit
back
for
up.
out of play on Blockness Monster. Both jammers out and scoring in this next pass. Bug already picking up 4 points for the Rolling Rebellion. Bug working that inside line, trying to find some space. Unfortunately, they are going to pick up a back block, making this a power jam for Conroe.
That's right. Let's hear it. Scallywags, where you at? You've got a power jam.
We got 4 points on the board for Conroe here. This is now a 40-point game? Right under 40
A
points.
lot of derby. A lot of time left for it, so they're cutting into it.
Getting a little offense from their pack here. Pack Rat's still looking for some space up against Obliviate and Roxy. A formidable duo to say the least, but that offense paid off and Pack Rat is out just as Bug takes the track again, ending that power jam. Bug immediately engaging that Conroe tripod. Popping out, but it does look, I did hear a whistle blow. I'm not quite sure what's happening. We'll have to wait and see for all the skaters to kind of filter out to see how this is going to fall out in the end. We do see a Rolling Rebellion blocker in the box. Looks like Malice in Chains. We have an official review being called by Conroe. We will bring that information for that official review to you shortly. Who is the this official review brought to us by?
Well, let's see. This official review is going to be brought to us by Goodfoot Skates. You can go over there and check them out over in Vendor Village. Goodfoot Skates got all your skating needs and expert advice on skating equipment. You know, I went and talked to them about some new inline skates.
Oh, yeah? You going to come ref for us?
Well, you know, they gave me some good ideas because I play ice hockey.
Yeah, I heard. I heard your team's
I'm not good at it, but I'm playing.
I heard that you have improved dramatically.
I have got the most amazing turtle speed in ice hockey that you would not believe. Like, I'm on the ice and I'm moving and I think I'm just flying, and then I watch the video and it's just slow motion. But I'm getting out there, I'm getting better, I'm having fun, loving it. So I was talking to them about skates. And, but if you need any of your skating needs, of course, go talk to Goodfoot Skates. Thank you so much for being a part of Clover Cup 2024.
Also, this weekend and this weekend only, bring a unopened box of feminine hygiene care, such as pads, tampons, panty liners, or more, over to the Goodfoot booth, and you'll receive 10% off your purchase as we are raising money for She Supply, a nonprofit dedicated to giving women and individuals in need menstrual care when they cannot have it. So in the fight to end period poverty, help them out today.
Okay, really quick. White is looking for a clockwise block on black 22, right before black 22 went to the penalty box, so right in front of the box. That is the review.
So looking at that's Block Nest Monster. We'll see what the call is. Block Nest Monster already sitting with 5 penalties.
It's getting close. So if they win this official review, that'll put them at 6, which will give us 2 Rolling Rebellion members sitting at 6 penalties. On the other side of things, Conroe keeping it pretty clean. I don't see more than 3 penalties across any one player.
Yeah, that's actually very clean there.
Yeah. So we have a total for, I believe it's 28 total penalties on the side of the Rolling Rebellion and 20 total penalties on the side of Conroe. At least I think that's what that line means. All right, so as that whistle blows, we see no extra blockers going to the box, indicating that the no call will stand and Conroe will lose their official review for this half. Fahrenheit out with lead for Conroe, while Twinkle Toes is recycled to the back from Giraffe Attack. Trying to get some space here with that Conroe tripod, really adding in their force, trying to find some way through as Fahrenheit picks up 4 points for Conroe.
It does get through a lot of physicality there in turn 1, and then just comes through it and just recovers and is back at it, ready for more.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful slide through and call off from Fahrenheit, bringing up 8 more points for Conroe, slowly chipping away at that Rolling Rebellion lead. On the line for Rolling Rebellion here, we have Frightmare facing off against Windrunner for Conroe. And both jammers are off as engaged in the tripods. Windrunner looking for a little bit of room here on the inside line. However, they do manage to get hit out by Timex. Just as Frightmare with some high knees into that apex picks up lead for the Rolling Rebellion, and Windrunner goes to the box, making this a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion. Some beautiful offensive sweep there from the Rolling Rebellion, making room for Frightmare to pick up their 4 points and come back around, looking for some more here.
So power jams have been very effective here. Dallas has already gotten to take opportunity for 7 power jams, while Conroe has only had to have 3 power jams. So, I mean, right now, you can see with the score, Dallas taking advantage of those power jams, and power jams are really what's helping them boost here.
Can make a really big difference when you are scoring unopposed on that track.
Another announcement, though, for everybody at the house. Last call for raffle tickets. Last call for raffle tickets. So get over there, get your raffle tickets.
On the line here, we have captain on captain jamming for each team. Obliviate for the Rolling Rebellion and Fahrenheit for Conroe, Fahrenheit out first with lead, but Obliviate on her heels, eating up that track behind her, trying to get to the pack as quickly as possible.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, look at him come into that speed, into that pack.
Waiting to see what points go up here, but we know that Conroe got all four. A little bit of discussion, making sure what hips the captain for Rolling Rebellion passed. It looks like 2 points for Rolling Rebellion. On the line here for Dallas, we have Trauma Queen facing off against Pack Rat. Both jammers caught up in the opposing wall here, looking for some space, any space, and a nice offensive bump there by Blockness Monster gives lead to Trauma Queen. Pack Rat still caught up here in the Rolling Rebellion blocker contingent. We hear a whistle go, and we will be losing a blocker to the box from the Rolling Rebellion.
Multiplayer call on Roxy.
Big hit there from Blockness Monster. However, it does look like they're going to pick up a penalty for that. And at the same time, Pack Rat picks up a cut, making it a power jam for the Rolling Rebellion. Beautiful side surf through that pack there. However, Conroe was able to recycle and recontain Trauma Queen during this power jam. With just 2 blockers on the track from Dallas, they are doing their best to break up these Conroe blockers. Trauma Queen decided, you know what? I think I'm going to take a breather, let the next jammer come out and fight this themselves. And we will see an official timeout here. To all of our Dallas folk, or well, actually for everybody here, one last time, it is the final call for raffle tickets. So if you're worried that you may not get that basket that you've been trying to get, you better get over there and buy a few more tickets. And also for our Dallas folks, make sure you come out on March 29th to Free Play Arlington as Triple D takes over Killer Queen. If you want to check it out to see what it's all about, make sure you head over to Vendor Village and check out the arcade games. Killer Queen, tons of fun, team-based game. Be sure to check it out, and we'll see you on the 29th.
Sounds like it was just kind of just a little bit of a reminder to the benches and cleaning up some of the activity and the screaming and stuff going on. And then, of course, Blockness Monster are picking up their 7th, so, they had to clean out from there. But we want to remind all skaters to stay in your locker rooms, adult skaters and junior skaters. We have an area right behind us that as soon as the game is over, you can go over there to take off your skates, to leave the track, and do your pictures and everything else. We'll have y'all exit the track and come over to the area right behind the announcer's booth so we can keep things a-moving.
And speaking of keeping things moving, that rolling whistle means we are coming back to Derby here. For this power start for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Animal Style on the line. Looking for some space against that full contingent from Conroe. As the Rolling Rebellion tries to break up these blockers so Animal Style can get through and pick up lead. Some great recycling here by Conroe, trying to keeping this jammer closed down just as Pack Rat comes out of the box. Big hit there by Timex.
And Split Tone had a big hit there on Animal Style over for Conroe. That was big.
As we see here, Pack Rat is out and lead for Conroe. Getting a quick sweep out there from Joy Rida with a little help from their captain. Pack Rat is back on the track as Animal Style is engaged in that wall of Conroe blockers. Pack Rat picking up 4 points and deciding to call off the jam there, making that a 4-2 jam in favor of Conroe. That'll bring our total score here to 183, Rolling Rebellion, 147 Conroe.
Fahrenheit wearing this star for Conroe up against Twinkle Toes here for Dallas Derby, the Dallas Derby Devils Rolling Rebellion.
We do have a slight pack advantage here for Conroe in this jam, as there is a Dallas blocker sitting in the box. So Twinkle Toes will have to work against all 4 blockers as Fahrenheit hops out and is able to pick up lead jammers. However, that quick switch to offense from the Rolling Rebellion has Twinkle Toes out and coming around on their first point-scoring pass. Fahrenheit saying, absolutely not. Those are my 4 points, and you don't get any. On the line here for the Rolling Rebellion, we have Frightmare up against Pipes for Conroe. Pipes looking for some space on the outside line. However, Frightmare is able to quickly move by and get out first, picking up a lead for the Rolling Rebellion. Pipes just driving forward, hoping to get through, and they are able to, and are now out on a scoring pass as Frightmare goes through. Easy as can be, picking up 4 points for the Rolling Rebellion.
Here about 9 minutes left of this bout. 187-151. Dallas Rolling Rebellion on top of the Scallywags from Conroe. Getting ready for this next jam. Of course, it's going to be Fahrenheit going up against Roxy.
I think we've seen this matchup 1 or 2 times before. It's always kind of anyone's game.
I still like this matchup.
I do. They're both incredible jammers, showing so much skill and always a little jammer on jammer action right there at the top. Fahrenheit with 1 to beat, and they did it, picking up a lead jammer for Conroe. Roxy fighting through the back of this full wall of Conroe blockers, really driving forward just as Fahrenheit breezes through, basically untouched, picking up 4 points for Conroe. Roxy is out, though, on a scoring pass now as Fahrenheit comes in to try to pick up some more, running into their own blocker, which is the worst feeling in the world, but they're able to pick up 4 and call it, holding Dallas scoreless.
And that's the way you do it. I mean, you just get your points and call it and reset, and I mean, it's being effective. Look at they're chipping away at that score.
Absolutely.
And there's 8 minutes left. That is by no means out of reach at all.
I like to think of these closer games when there's only like a 30, 40-point differential. Just take a little bite each time.
That's
one
it.
little bite, one
That's
little
it.
bite, and you can just eat away at that score. On the line here for Dallas, we have the Captain Obliviate facing off against Giraffe Attack. Getting quick recycled back there and going back into the Dallas wall. Obliviate out first, picking up lead, but Giraffe Attack is on her heels. You see the packs here scrummed up, coming out of that turn. Obliviate picking up points and running. However, Giraffe Attack is also out, picking up 4 points. Quick slide by and call off from Obliviate, making that an 8-4 jam in favor of the Rolling Rebellion. Beautiful 1-foot slide on that outside.
That was really, really nice.
Obliviate out there making that look easy.
Yeah. It's like I could do that, and then I got out there and like, no, I can't. That is it's very, very skilled.
You know, I don't have those kiddos good joints anymore or
Yeah.
their parents' insurance.
Like, when I fall down, it hurts. It does. I bounce a little bit, but it hurts still.
On the line here as they call 5 seconds, we have Trauma Queen for the Rolling Rebellion and Fahrenheit for Conroe, who also picks up lead. A highly successful jammer for Conroe this game. Trauma Queen giving a bit of a wave to the crowd there. Well, it was more like a rock on to the crowd, tongue out and all. as Conroe holds the Rolling Rebellion scoreless in that jam, 4-0. Looks like we have one blocker in the box for each team, making this a 3-on-3. And we have Frightmare on the line for the Rolling Rebellion up against...
That's Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit again. Frightmare out on that line, but Fahrenheit truly on her heels. Overtaking, we're going to see a little jammer on jammer.
Oh.
However, there was an out-of-bounds skating. So we do have a power jam for Conroe. So as scary as it probably is to be hit by Fahrenheit, you can't skate out of bounds.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit fighting against this Dallas wall as the Conroe blockers try to play some offense. However, quick run back from Roxy and Animal Style. Just as Frightmare is released from the pack, ending that power jam, an effective power jam kill more or less from Rolling Rebellion. Frightmare back engaged with the Conroe blockers here, looking for some space. Roxy trying to give them some offense, and they are out, picking up 4 points of their own. Fahrenheit out and around as Frightmare is back in the pack, working for some space and a few more points. Frightmare is out just as Fahrenheit re-engages with the pack here. There is a whistle blown. We'll see what's going on here in just a moment. Oh, it looks like we'll lose a Conroe blocker to the box with Fahrenheit picking up 4 more points for Conroe. However, not to be outdone, Frightmare said, I'll match that, and picks up 4 more points of their own.
But this is not what you want. Obviously, we have to go the full 2 minutes, but right now Dallas is matching Conroe, and now we have two jammers picking up penalties.
So we are going to see a power... Oh, we have both jammers in the box. So looks like they're discussing on who is going to be released first. However, how jammer swaps work is we can't play derby if there's not a jammer on the track. So what we do here is whoever gets to the box first, however long they sat during the time, the other jammer has to sit. But the jammer who was originally sitting will be released immediately. And it looks like we're going to release them both at the same time as this jam starts. So we're going to see both jammers, Fahrenheit and Frightmare, released. And Frightmare passes to the captain, Obliviate. So we have a captain on captain jam. Fahrenheit decided to call that off, keeping a 0-0 jam here, bringing our total to 209 Dallas, 179 Conroe, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the game clock. On the line here, we have Twinkle Toes for the Rolling Rebellion up against Cholita for Conroe. Oh, no, a little friendly fire action there, but it doesn't slow Twinkle Toes down as they are out with lead. Cholita out behind them, trying to keep this. It'll be a low-scoring jam just as Dallas loses a blocker to the box.
Breaking through that tripod does shrug off a hit is Twinkle Toes up front. Couple shots there from some Conroe blockers to allow Cholita to follow through as well. We're back to scoring back and forth. 2 minutes left of roller derby.
Both jammers taking a bit of a tumble here, trying to reset, making sure that they keep it clean. We're going 4 for 4 each pass here, so we're going to have a 8-8 jam, maintaining that point spread. Now it's 217 to 187. Returning to the track with the star, we see Frightmare for the Rolling Rebellion and Pipes for Conroe. Coming down to the last few minutes and potentially the last couple jams here. We're going to see both jammers really pushing into these tripods, trying to get lead. Roxy with an excellent knockout to the inside, trying to contain Pipes as long as possible so that Frightmare could potentially get out. Frightmare knocked out coming into the apex. Unfortunately, I didn't see who was committing such a stellar block there and being recycled to the back of the pack. Both jammers working hard against these tripods, and these tripods doing their best not to let anyone go. Frightmare out with lead. Jammer, as Pipes is still fighting against that tripod, digging in and pushing, trying to push those blockers out of play so that she may get some space here.
Does get through. Malice change going to the penalty box. Meanwhile, Frightmare does get through, picking up.
Just quick little slip
3
there.
points.
Frightmare said, I'll take those, thank you. Coming back around, we have a little bit of swinging going on from Dallas, trying to slow down Pipes, Obliviate, and Roxy at the top of the pack as Frightmare comes through, picking up 4 more points. We are going to lose Roxy to the box here in the final seconds of this game. That rolling whistle means that unofficial score is official, so let's hear it for your second place winners for the junior bracket, the Dallas Rolling Rebellion, and for the incredible gameplay from Conroe today. Give it up for both of these juniors teams.
Everybody stay off